the documents that were released by Netanyahu's office, they were supposedly documents by Hamas. Several of them had been forged. And this is from the Jerusalem Post, which is a pro-Israel outlet. So this is not anti-Israel, anti-Zionist. This is a pro-Israel outlet. But they're saying that these Hamas documents that were leaked to foreign media were forged. And these documents were designed to be as anti-Israel as possible, to basically say that Hamas is not agreeing to the ceasefire when, in fact, Hamas has agreed to several ceasefire plans. Anyway, let's see one analysis of this is from Jonathan Cook. He says the headline news is that Israeli intelligence has found Netanyahu's office forged 2 Hamas documents as part of a disinformation campaign to justify his refusal to agree to a ceasefire in Gaza. But that's not the real story. The real story is, one, we have confirmation of this example of Israeli disinformation only because the Israeli military and Netanyahu are at loggerheads about how to best manage the next stage of the jihad in Gaza. Israel's many other lies are usually better protected because everyone is singing from the same fake hymn sheet. So he's saying that real revelation here that we're not hearing about is this is one example, 2 technically, of forged documents coming out of Netanyahu's office. I don't know. I just like stumbled in the middle of that word and it came out as Netanyahu. But I feel like people should pronounce his name that way. Netanyahu. But this is one example. And we probably are seeing a lot of these. Like there are probably a lot of forged documents from Hamas because the mainstream media gobbles it up and spits it out and doesn't even bother to verify it. If it's from Hamas and it's anti-Israeli, then anti-Jewish, anti-Zionist, whatever, then not even going to verify this at all. Just go with it. And it's perfect for Israel's propaganda. Number 2, Netanyahu spread his lies through compliant Western media publications that accepted, as they have so many times before, implausible tidbits offered to them by Israel without even the most cursory due diligence. If they fell so easily for Netanyahu's tricks, can we trust them on anything else they tell us about Israel or Hamas? I know that question is rhetorical, but I'm going to answer it. No, we cannot. No, you cannot. You cannot trust them at all on any of those things. So again, when you hear from the mainstream media that Hamas is saying no to a ceasefire, that Hamas put out a statement that's all, anti-Israel garbage, chances are it's been forged or it's fake. But because they've killed all the journalists and there's no one to go for many of us to go to verify these things. So we just take the word of Netanyahu, who's lied every step of this process. Like, just massive lies from Netanyahu throughout this process. And it's, for once we have some proof of these forged documents from Netanyahu.